Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna. This will be cool. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Bol.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Page 73, please. On account of singing the same songs is like grinding sandalwood. It keeps getting better every time. And so we're going to start off with the Shad Goswami Ashtakam, because we're followers of the Goswamis. And the process of following is the most recommended throughout the Srimad Bhagavatam and elsewhere. Because regardless of what situation one's in now, if one finds the right person to follow and does his or her best to do that, then according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, one is eligible for the same result as the great souls who are on an elevated platform. This is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, by Suta Goswami, who says, Bejare munayo tagre bhagavantam adhoksajam sattvam vishudham shemaya kalpante yenutaniha. Which means that previously all the great sages and liberated people worship Lord Vishnu because he's beyond the three modes of material nature. And they knew they could obtain the highest benefit of life, attain the highest benefit of life by worshiping him. Anyone who follows in the footsteps of those sages, kalpante yenutaniha, is eligible for the same result. So this is what is recommended for those who are followers of Lord Chaitanya, to emulate the process given by the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. In fact, devotional service is defined by the Goswamis as a kind of cultivation, an anushilanam. Anu means to follow, and shil is a verb which means to cultivate. And Rupa Goswami writes in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that the cultivation takes place internally and externally. Externally, one is enjoined to follow the activities of the 6 Goswamis, and Srila Prabhupada points out that they're engaged in the same kind of activities that are prescribed by our present founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, in reading books, writing books, distributing Krishna consciousness to others, chanting in kirtan. these are activities that we can emulate. We may not be able to emulate the activities of Rupa and Sanatan in their spiritual lila, because they have spiritual forms as manjaris. But we can follow them and the ways in which they practice devotional service, and the ways they showed to follow devotional service and prescribed in their various writings in this world. And that will bring one to the stage of cultivating an internal life in devotional service as well. So that's why I thought it might be a good idea to start with the Shad Goswami Ashtakam. At first, I offer my respectful obeisances to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and to all of you, because you are Vaishnavas, and therefore you are the most worshipable in all the three worlds. Hare Krishna. Would you like to sing the Shad Goswami Ashtakam? Yes. Then let's do it. Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Paro Premamritambo Nidhi Dirajana Priya Priyakaro Nirmatsaro Pujito Shri Chaitanya Kripabaro Bhuvi Bhuvo Bharavahantarako Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipuno Dharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro Radha Krishna Pararavinda Bhajana Nandena Mataliko Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Shri Gauranga Gunarnuvarnana Vidao Shraddha Samridhyanvito Papotapa Nikrintano Tanubritam Govinda Ganamritai Anandam Buddhivardhanaika Nipuno Kaivalya Nishtarako Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Turnamashesha Mandalapati Shrenim Sadatu Chava Utvadina Ganesha Karunaya Kaupina Kanta Shrito Gopi Bhavara Samritabdi Lahari Kalola Magna Mahu Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Kujat Kokila Hamsa Sarasagana Kinye Mayura Kule Nana Ratnani Baramula Vitapa Shri Yukta Vrindavane Radha Krishna Maharnisham Prabhajato Jivarta Doyo Muda Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Sankhya Purvaka Namagana Natibi Kalavasani Krita Nidrahara Viharakari Vijito Chatyanta Dino Chayo Radha Krishna Guna Smriter Madhurima Nandena Samohito Bande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Radha Kundatate Kalinditanaya Tire Chavam Shivate Premon Madhavashara Shesha Dashaya Grasto Brahmato Sada Gayanto Chakaraharer Gunavaram Bhava Vibhuto Mudha Bande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako He Radhe Vrajit Devake Chalalite He Nanda Suno Kutaha Shri Govardhana Kalpapada Patale Kalindi Vanye Kutaha Goshanta Viti Sarvato Vrajapure Kedar Mahavivalo Bande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako. One more time. Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago. One more time. Shri Jiva Gopalako Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyago Shri Jiva Gopalako Go Premanande Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Not too far from here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, during the Rath Yatra ceremony, fed all of his devotees. It was in the gardens. They're down by the previous, the area previously known as Jagannatha Ballabh Gardens. Still known as that, but the garden's not there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fed all the devotees himself with his own hands. They brought plates, and they brought so much prasadam that there was enough for a multitude. And Mahaprabhu went around and he put enough prasadam on everybody's plate. He couldn't put small quantities because his hands were so big. And then Swarup Damodar informed the Lord that no one would start taking prasad until he sat down to take prasad. So he sat down and he took the Jagannath prasad along with everybody else. And it specifically said there that they were filled up to the neck. Now, I remember when I first joined the Krishna consciousness movement, I was skinny as a rail. And they told me that you have to eat prasadam up to the neck. And it wasn't too hard to convince me that was a better program than what I had been doing. But it was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's a program that they would chant and dance, and they would also take prasad together. Now, of course, after the prasadam, there was still large quantities left over, so much so that Mahaprabhu took out the prasad to feed to the people who were homeless and that were poor. And he served them all out with his associates and followers. And as they were taking prasad, he asked them to chant Haribol. So everyone say Haribol. Now, I found in Prabhupada's writings where he says that Haribol is a shortcut for chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So, in any case, he got them to chant, and they were very happy when they chanted the holy names of the Lord and took prasad. What's more, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers would swim. So they swam at Narendra Sarovara, and they also swam at Indradumna Sarovara. And there they would go in the water and they would splash each other. In fact, it was a very kind of competitive sport where they would splash one another, and kind of a competition would come up. Definitely a competition. And they would pair off, and they would be splashing so much water until one would surrender and give up, and then they'd note who had won the fight. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Sarup Damodar would fight also in the water, and they became very joyous. And just like today, I was in the ocean, and a lot of devotees came in. There were some very healthy-looking, energetic devotees who came bounding into the water, and a big, huge wave came, and one of them yelled, "Kawabunga!" So I realized in that moment, I don't know what Kawabunga means exactly, we could look it up, but the fact is that Sacha didn't say it. Somebody else did. But, what? It was you? Okay. That's a surfing thing? It's surfer talk. So in the water, surfer talk, Kawabunga, means like this is fun. And there's a big wave coming. And it's a mood. It's really enjoying with the other devotees and just being there and happy and sporting. This is sport. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would sport with his devotees, and Mahaprabhu noticed that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Sarup Damodar, who were stalwarts. I mean, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was the most famous scholar in India. In fact, he had made, originally his family was from Navadvip, and then he moved to Puri, and he had studied the various schools of thought from India and mastered them all, except for Nyaya. Nyaya was only available in Mithila, and the scholars in Mithila would not let anybody copy their literatures because they were famous. They still are, the Nyaya philosophy. Even Jiva Goswami refers to them. But we wouldn't know about it if it wasn't for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was such a scholar that he went to Mithila, he spent time there, he memorized it all, and then he brought it back and recreated it, and that's how it became available to others. So great scholar. Previously, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a Mayavadi, and he was dedicated to dry logic and scholarship until he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course, at the Jagannatha Puri temple by the arrangement of the Lord, because Mahaprabhu had gone ahead from the devotees at Dandabanga, which is now called Dandabanga, because Nityananda Prabhu broke his danda into 3 pieces and thought it was really funny. And Mahaprabhu didn't think it was funny. Of course, it's an esoteric pastime because there's an internal and an external. Internally, Mahaprabhu was satisfied because Nityananda Prabhu was really saying that you have nothing to do with all these social formalities. Meanwhile, Mahaprabhu was following all the social formalities. So there's this kind of tension throughout the Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the internal and the external. And one has to know the mindset of these great devotees and of the Supreme Lord interacting together. But this was a rasa with Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu feigned anger and said, you can go in front of me or behind me, but you can't come with me to Puri. And so they said, you go in front. So Mahaprabhu came to Jagannath Puri, and when he came to the Jagannath temple, he entered, and when he saw Lord Jagannath, he saw directly Krishna, and he swooned in ecstasy, and he ran to embrace the Lord, and then he fainted on the floor. And the temple commander came over with a big stick and was going to actually try to hit the transcendental body of the Lord. You can just thinking about that it's unthinkable actually what might have happened. But by the Lord's arrangement, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya just happened to be there at that time, and he saw everything unfold. And he saw the beauty of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was a young sannyasi, 24 years old, absolutely perfect in all his features. And there he was in a trance of ecstasy on the floor. Nobody knew that until Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya checked the custodian from punishing what was apparently a whimsical pilgrim. And he came over to inspect the body of Mahaprabhu and found that all his organs were in suspended animation. In other words, the heart, everything was undetectable until Sarvabhauma put some small cotton fibers in front of the nostrils of the Lord and saw that they were moving. And he knew all different kinds of Shastra, and he ascertained that this was a kind of trance of ecstasy, a very high level of samadhi, in fact, the highest level of devotional samadhi, which is very interesting since he was a Mayavadi, how he would know what a devotional samadhi is. In any case, he felt this immediate fatherly